Yeah, so as you read in the title, my video's not out yet. My very means of making them is holding them captive for reasons I don't quite understand or fathom. This has to be the record for the longest a video has been done on my watch, and nobody's watched it. So I appreciate all the patience that it would require to wait this long if you're anticipating my latest release, few as that number of people would be. But goddamn, I'm mad. I'm like really mad. I have like a couple of solutions I have yet to try. The problem is every time I export this thing, because it's so honkin' big, I gotta wait like a day, like anywhere between 12 and 15 hours for it to finish rendering the thing. And when I do render it, I'm only met with, oh, there's the title of the video, there's the MP4 file. Oh, 24 kilobytes? A day I wait for this, and it's 24 kilobytes? I think the most frustrating part for me is that if you use Adobe Media Encoder, which I had spent like the first 4 or 5 days exporting, not remembering that existed, and not remembering that whenever this happened to me last time, I'm pretty sure it was using that allowed me to get the video out of purgatory. But as it's compiling, you know, all the clips and all the media together, it has like a frame preview of which part of the video it's currently working on. So I'm essentially watching a hyper slow-mo, hyper choppy version of this piece I've been working on for like, I don't know, not quite a month, but close to that. So I know that it can comprehend what it's supposed to look like. It can comprehend what part is which, and the little blue line's going up. It's progressing through the whole fucking piece. And yet, after all that time, it ends up firing essentially a blank in the form of an unplayable, barely even tangible artifact of a file. Which just begs the question, where's all the effort going? Like, it spends all this time, I can feel and hear my laptop, like, heating up like it's a weapon in the fucking Terminator universe, like it's gonna cook some dudes if you fire it. And yet, all this energy spent, and it goes into nothing, essentially. Like, it just makes me wonder if it's actually saving 2 files, one some kind of decoy, and then an actual file buried beneath the plethora of folders that are on my hardware. Because I cannot fathom how it can put all that very clear time and labor into making nothing. Like, if it's gonna be nothing, I don't know, I'm not a programmer. This is probably harder to do than I would give credit for. But if it's gonna be nothing, and the software is in any way aware that it's gonna be nothing, there should be some kind of, like, fail-safe. Something to catch the process before it takes 15 hours to do it. And then it could be like, yo, homie, 'tis off or not. Yeah, I'm whipping this up just to be like a little something. It's been a while since I've done anything like this, and I should address this. I've picked up a few subscribers since the last video I made, the last like major one that is. That being probably Balloon Shop Legacy, honestly. Like, if you're subbed because of that one, welcome. If you're subbed because of any number of low effort black and white videos about a certain space opera series, welcome. I don't know, like, I hope I didn't ruffle your jimmies too much if that's the way you swing in the oh-so-politicized debate of TLJ, good or cancer. But regardless of your politics, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're giving me the time of day. I have so many of these to the point where I forget I have some of them. Like, this one, it's hard to not know about. I've just felt like a Dalmatian for half of my life. And, you know, you're not going to see this because it's not that kind of show. But, like, I essentially have a little dipper formation along, like, my gut. Like, I was going to say along my abs. But that would imply that I actually have abs. And having just shot a movie that I'm in, I've become much more aware of these little, I wouldn't say blemish, because we're all perfect no matter what kind of gross shit we got going on with our face. But these little trademarks, that's better. My trademarks. It's literally one word difference between what you actually call them, and that's birthmarks or moles or whatever. So exporting's a bitch. Kill me. Welcome if you're new. I have dots on my body. It's worth bringing up to the masses, I guess. What else? Oh, just fuck February in general. For those of you who saw my last video, I sort of crashed my car. Still a little shook from that. Still in the process of looking for a new vehicle, which, you know, I can only do so much because I'm a little bitch-made beta amoeba piece of shit who's like too afraid to use Craigslist himself. I couldn't give you an excuse as to why I'm not more involved with the process of getting a car. In my defense, though, it is my first accident. It's my first real, like, physical trauma I've been in, at least by myself. There were, like, a few instances when I was a kid when one of my parents was driving where, actually, yeah, I was with my mom. We were on our way to, like, do some shopping and maybe get some dinner. And we were on this road, and we both saw this little black dot, like, coming our way, getting bigger. And it took, like, a few seconds for my mom to, like, register, oh shit, we're gonna hit that. And it was a tire that had flown off another car up the road coming the opposite direction. And it nailed us directly in the license plate. And my mom slammed on the brakes, so that like limited the amount of force that reverberated through the vehicle. And I remember that was the first time I was ever like sent forward and caught by the seatbelt, and yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while. I guess it took this to bring those memories back. Then I had another quasi-accident that didn't result in me, you know, getting hurt or the vehicle getting hurt, which I might have touched on in the last one. I'm having trouble remembering. I'm too lazy to check. But no, this whole thing has sucked. Like, you don't really appreciate the freedom of having a vehicle at all times that can take you anywhere, whether or not you want to just go somewhere else to get some air or work at a place like a cafe so you can get different stimuli around you while you're working on something you've been slaving over for weeks and weeks. And then on top of this, my granddad, who's been in better shape, he's been on and off sick for about a year and a half in like a bunch of different immunal, neurological ways that I'd rather not get into. It's just a bummer, like a real funny, sarcastic dude who's like very limited in what he can currently do at this point. It's been a bummer, but it came to a head when he had trouble breathing and essentially had to go in for a dialysis appointment with his doctor, and that shit can be scary. Spent a good chunk of the weekend wondering whether or not, like, it would turn out okay. Luckily it did, but man, a lot of weird sources of stress this month. Like, there's no sun, the weather's shite and makes people crash cars, and it has a really awkward holiday that when you're in a relationship, in my experience, you either care immensely that it's coming up, or you don't at all, even a little bit. But even if the latter portion is true, here comes the day. You spend the day with your lovely, and you wish that you had done a little bit more. Luckily this year, it was this weird, like, in-between. Neither of us gave a shit that a Hallmark-created holiday was coming up, and we acknowledged this amongst ourselves and laughed at it. And still, we ended up dressing up nice, having dinner with my rents, which was really good. Mama made steak. Mama made ribeyes. Those were some good-ass ribeyes. Love steak. You wouldn't tell by looking at me. I'm fed. But then after that, we went to go see Shape of Water, which was a really good, really romantic, really humanistic movie. Not perfect. There were definitely some moments in there where we both kind of looked at each other like, what the hell is this? Why are you doing this, Guillermo? But at the end of the day, a lot of the flaws that I found in the movie could be attributed to an underlying simplicity, an underlying charm that's very much associated with that guy and his style and his lens through which he looks at the world. I would highly recommend it. The elephant in the room here is that there may or may not be some intimacy between a human woman and a fucking creature from Black Lagoon type dude, but once you like peel back the layers and just like accept what the movie itself is trying to say, given the time period and the social context, like it's not the weirdest thing. And honestly, if you look at a bunch of B-movie posters that clearly inspired this film, there's some Freudian shit going on there. Like, it never happens on screen. They never say it, but you could easily argue through a perspective of modern times that, yeah, there's some fetishy BS going on here. But hey, you know, it's 2018. There's a market for that shit. There's multiple markets. I mean, there's a plethora of normie markets that are being pandered to and in some cases exploited. And then you have the undesirables, who maybe get teased and mocked a little more than they should, given how passionate some people are about certain subjects, when this is like the redheaded stepchild cousin of those topics. But I'm not going to get into that. But no, you should go see Shape of Water while it's in theaters. I would say it's a film worth seeing in theaters, just because it really magnifies the effort that went into the production and the imagination, and the performances are really good. The only warning I would give is some of the writing is dog shit, like actually like really bad enough where a schmuck like me, who was able to watch Avatar in theaters 3 times and not notice, oh, maybe that could have been written better until hindsight. No, this one off the bat, I was like, that whole scene was silly. Well, shit, this is already turning out to be like an average length vlog. I'm starting back up with a very cool, very dependable and useful company called Production Crate. I used to do a lot of editing tutorials for them like a few years back. I then went on a 1.5-year hiatus. They've always been super cool and very encouraging of my know-how when it comes to doing the technical aspects of production and filmmaking. But with the help of their big man on campus, Chris Kelly, I was able to whip up house phones are an outdated mistake, and they should be eliminated. Hello, please leave a message after the tone. Well, that was a message worth leaving. Indubitably. Yeah, house phones are a waste. Please like if you agree. I just realized I recorded this whole thing without an external mic, so I apologize if the audio has been a little more shit than usual. Production Crate. I whipped up my first of what's hopefully going to be many monthly tutorials. This one covers the process of replacing colors in motion graphics using nothing but Premiere, my canvas of several years, for better and worse, if you remember how I opened this video. But yeah, it's a very quick tutorial. It's about 3.5 minutes, and you can check it out on productioncrate.com. I'll leave an annotation at the end here so you can go watch it, and if it's useful to you, if that's interesting, then I would highly recommend subbing to those guys, because they provide a lot of free, super easy to use assets. If you're, oh, there's a kitty. Hey. Hello, please leave a message after the tone. See, what are they good for? They're good for faceless, anonymous solicitors to offer you bullshit offers that are too good to be true, or to just awkwardly mouth breathe into the receiver. What are you doing? I'm talking to you. Hey, don't ignore me. Goober. But yeah, go check out Production Crate. It's a very helpful website with lots of cool stuff you can use in your videos. A lot of it free, by the way. I'm not being paid to plug this. Full transparency, like my channel's not nearly big enough for that to be an option. Someday, hopefully. Someday I'll be able to offer ad space for people. Not to be a sellout, but to be a sellout, kind of still. Look, I've never been transparent about my goals on this channel. Okay, maybe I have. Like in the Q&A, I loosely get at the fact that, yeah, I would like this to eventually be a sustainable source of income. People at my real jobs often ask me what my ambitions are, and up until like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I would have said, I want to be an artist who's able to self-fund and comfortably produce his own work that people want to see and support through whatever means necessary. I could either be an independent filmmaker or a musician or a voice actor, and all that stuff, it still holds true. It's more or less what I would like to see myself doing in the future as like my thing. But if I had to be completely honest, my main goal, hey, get out of the sink. You can't see her. I'm not turning this, actually I might be able to. Hey, stupid. Hey. We are whipped by this animal.
I like to drink out of the bowls and dishes. And then I lure them over to the sink to give me a drink, and then I say, I don't really want it.
Hey. Be cute. They gotta think I love you. This is a nice change of scenery. There's a rice cooker, whatever, half Filipino. That should be expected. But my main ambition, it's not to be successful. It's not to gain more street cred in the eyes of my more business-minded acquaintances. My ultimate goal is to make $20,000, $15,000 a year with a job that I can do at home in my sweatpants. And if that means settling for less than glamorous living quarters, ultimately, all right. I'm just a free-spirited millennial whippersnapper settling for what he can get his hands on in this very cutthroat, post-economical breakdown landscape. I don't fucking know anything about about money and the economy. I'm learning more. I'm like getting more fiscally responsible at a very decelerated rate compared to other people who are my age. You idiot. Do you want to drink or do you not want to drink? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Look at me. Why would you want me working construction? Why would you want me running a corporation when I can't even, like, get this thing to not drink out of the sink? And this is why you want me to be a content creator. So if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe if this did anything for you, and tell people about this channel. Not because I'm desperate, but because I'm desperate. Anyway, thank you for letting me waste your time. No, come back here. You're dead to me. Does that mean you want it now?
The stream of water coming out of the sink is too loud.
Here, take a drink. Come here.